Founder of the Manifold Fleets, Overlord of Vulcan, Dominus of Kronos, Rex Andor, Predator Mantaka, Shatterer of the Dominion, Oblador Breen, Gulo Dirius, Taker of the Sacred Chalice of Reeks, Emperor Babonius Ignavis, Hibernicus.
Oh, I'm sorry. Keep going. I love all of it. Keep going.
Tony.
Was that it? Oh, that was it? Ah, I was expecting more. Greetings!
You don't deserve more.
Greetings! Hey, don't talk to your proxy emperor like that, sir. I don't even know why I'm calling you sir. I shouldn't. If I wanted tongue from you, I'd cut it out and lick my boots. Oh, shoot. I forgot what the line was. Well, greetings, our loyal subjects, and welcome to the Priority One Empire live stream, invading your pathetic little reality lives via Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch on March 26, 2022. I am Governor of Risa, Tony, proxy of Emperor Summers, and tonight we are holding court at our future conquest, Bajor ground. Instance number 1 should be the only instance there is. Keeping dominance over you tonight are Bureau of Discipline Attaché Selic and Panda Artifix Monstrifer. Greetings, greetings, gentlemen.
Almost.
So, Panda, can you correct me on that title?
Artifacts Monstrifer.
Artifacts Monstrifer. And
don't worry, you have a year to get it right before I change it.
Nice.
Fantastic. So how are you, Selic? How was your week? Or 2 weeks, actually. We've been off for a couple weeks.
Yeah, it's been pretty good. Pretty exhausting, but that's life for you.
And you, Panda, how was your St. Patrick's Day? Did you go all out, all green?
No.
Cool.
I mean, you know where I was. Here. Star Trek Online.
Oh, great. Was there any St. Patrick's Day festivities in game that you partook in?
I mean, I figure Obliteration of the Terrans is a year-round event, so I wouldn't necessarily call it St. Patrick's Day, but we can call it St. Patrick's Day event if you want.
True. So just keeping up the domination?
Yeah, you know how it is.
Awesome. So let's shout out to some people in the chat here. We've got Jim128 Star Trek Online, Nova V117, Farnsworth is in the house, Savage Shadow 2124, Clara Stowe, Cairo, Hyperhydra, and Jaquito Seal, I think, subbed for another month. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Zorian
Awesome.
is in here. Let's see, am I missing anyone? Fox and Eagle, Hatsu. Awesome. Well, thank you all for joining us. So Panda, we charge you to tell our subjects what awaits them in tonight's show.
During the proxy Imperial audience, we'll review events from the lesser species in Star Trek Online. So if you are not in attendance at Bajor, ground instance number 1, run if you want. You can't hide forever. We'll also celebrate the Priority 1 Empire's latest conquests and recognize its loyal subjects' recent action reports. When their substitute majesty grows tired of not killing hordes of lesser species as is their right, we will invade the Badlands battle zone for our weekly conquest, where we shall take down those pesky rebels by beating them into submission, like we do. The reward for your loyal service to the substitute emperor shall be as follows: dilithium, marks, and most importantly, the glory of the Empire. Your character does need to be level 65 to join.
And before we get to the bloodshed, though, let's do our first giveaway of the show for your chance to win a Boys and Girls Club of America mini pack code that was surrendered to the Imperial Treasury. Type the word. Oh, you know what? I should probably get my copy ready. There's always something I have a hiccup on, isn't there? All right, so type the word submission into the chat for your chance to win a Boys and Girls Club of America mini pack code. And that is the word submission.
You may request an audience with one of our leaders joining the Priority 1 chat channel in-game. Simply type /channel_join space Priority 1 into the in-game chat box and hit the enter key.
And if bloodshed, conquest, and utter subjugation of the galaxy sounds like your cup of Earl Grey, then swear fealty to the Priority 1 Empire today at PriorityOneArmada.com. We have Terran and subjugated fleets on all platforms, because you're either with us or beneath us.
Affirm your fealty to the Emperor and the Empire with Priority 1 Empire-themed merchandise, including at least 3 of the following: mugs, manacles, t-shirts, agonizers, hoodies, and Kelpian-flavored breath mints. Links to the P1 Cafe Press store can be found on our website and Twitch page.
Can somebody explain to me what a Kelpian-flavored breath mint tastes like? And
You ever
don't say
had frozen shrimp.
don't. Let me guess. It's if you take the frozen shrimp and leave it out for a day and a half. That's Kelpian flavored breath mints. Is that what you're saying?
Something like that, yeah.
I would have gone more with calamari, but to each their own.
I'll tell you what. I love calamari, and I'll be honest with you. When I think of ganglia, I think, man, I bet that tastes as good as calamari. As long as it's tender. You got to have tender ganglia, just like you got to have tender calamari. You don't want any of that chewy ganglia. You got to slow cook it. You got to season it. Maybe a little butter saute. So, all right. Well, before we get into the roundtable news, why don't we take on some Terran rebels and squash some fellow Terrans in the TFO Pavo dissension. So, if you would like to join a team, I will take the first 5 people, and then Selleck, why don't you take the next set? So this is going to be for Fed. If do we have any Klingons out there? Probably not. Hopefully everybody's on Fed. But so we'll do a quick round of Pavo. We'll get a nice little ground TFO out of the way. And then we'll do the round table, and it's short. There's not a lot of news this week, so it'll be a short round table, and then we're gonna go right to the Badlands. All right, so I have a full team. So if you want to start with Cairo, and maybe both of you can be on that team. Probably makes sense, unless there's another. So Cairo and Hyperhydra are next on the list, and I'll give you guys a minute to form up. Awesome. So if we don't get another person, why don't you go ahead and invite Panda, and then we'll queue up for Pavo Dissension. Here we go. Do we know when the torpedo malfunction will be corrected in the mission Redshift? We do not, unless it's in the patch notes, which we'll get to later.
I just had a minor brain fart. I was sat there looking under Terra and being like, why can't I find Pavo Dissension? Of course, it's under Discovery.
Oh. All right, so I think we have... Oh, we might have one more. Do you have space for one more on your team?
I do indeed.
All right, grab UFO Bob, and then we're going to go.
I have UFO Bob.
Great. All right, so let's queue up for Pavo Dissension. I haven't played this one in a while. This is probably one of my favorite ground TFOs, I think.
It is very good.
What happened? Why did that not go? What's happening? Anytime now. There we go.
Our conclusion to Mirror Month is off to a rip-roaring start, I see.
It's the anticipation, right?
The Antissa.
Say it.
Is that a Rocky Horror?
Yes.
I do enjoy me some Rocky Horror.
Although I have never been drunk enough for the sequel.
Oh, I didn't know there was a sequel, and I probably wouldn't want to know that anyway. So
It's special.
is it like the
not
sequel
good.
to Grease? Have you ever seen the sequel to Grease with
I've
Michelle?
never seen Grease.
Oh, you've never seen Grease?
No.
How can I? Welcome to the weekly Terran musical show, where we talk about musical sequels and how terrible they are. Yes, the sequel to it stars Michelle Pfeiffer, but it's just not great. It's not great. It is not great. I forget what we do. I don't even remember what happens in this. Do we have to go anywhere, or we all just fight here?
We.
Oh yeah, no, we have to
start-
go, right? Yeah, we got to go
Follow
do the
glow
things.
is-
We got to go do the things, and then we come back and fight, right?
Yeah, you know how it is.
It's been a while
I
since.
mean, actually, I
Ooh,
guess you
inspire
don't. That's why we're
confidence.
having this. That's why we're having this conversation.
I'm getting a little. Sorry, I'm getting a little lag here. This is awkward. I'm lagging on stream in front of everyone.
Oh dear. It's okay. We won't tell anyone.
Yeah, well, everybody knows now. Oh, these guys look bad. What is oh man, I'm not having a good time here.
You're having the excrement beating out of you. I can't speak today.
Oh, nice. I got four. I got four exocomps out. Oh yeah, this is all coming back to me now. I remember this.
It's one of my favorite TFOs. I just don't remember how it works.
Well, I also haven't played it in like forever. Like it's probably been over a year since I played this, unless they did it in an event. Because I log in and do the event stuff, and then like that's pretty much it. I do work on a couple of characters, but I don't spend a tremendous amount of time doing stuff, so.
That
Get some stuff out.
is rather kind of my stance with. Oh, okay. This one's done. Moving along. Kind of where I am with Stowe right now. Also, is okay. I've done my thing for the daily grind. Peace.
I feel like I just feel like the story content is really taking a backseat to other stuff, and it's kind of a shame.
There was something about the urgency of the in-game narrative that suggested that we would get the next part sooner. But
Yeah, yes, I agree. I thought when they made that announcement with the date that that we were going to get the next episode is what I thought.
It's only been a couple of weeks.
No, but last year they did they released 2 episodes at and the year before they released 2 episodes. So like to only get 1 was a little weird.
Yeah, they did say the next content drop pretty damn soon. So I think it won't be a long wait at all.
I hope not.
yeah, because we're almost at the end of March, but if you remember, this was the anniversary.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Is like the last 2 anniversaries we got two missions dropped, and this year we only got 1. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
Oh God, I'm thinking last year's like last year with Measure of Morality. No, that wasn't
Nope.
last year.
That was.
God, that wasn't last year.
It was it the measure of morality and the plausibility of plausibly possible something? I forget.
Deniable plausibility or whatever.
Sure.
Yeah. No, but that was 2020, and it's like, God, that 2020 was not in fact last year.
Yeah, I don't even remember what we got last year.
The Civil War.
It was the Klingon
Yeah,
stuff.
that's when-
It was Klingon stuff.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, where did our thing go?
The Klingon Civil War popped off in earnest, or as the Klingons call it, Tuesday.
Oh, I guess we're done over here. I guess we're done down this branch. That would be cool if we get a mission on First Contact Day. Oh, you know what else?
You mean a new mission, not a not running around Bozeman?
Yeah, Cairo is saying that, or Cairo is saying that they hope we get one. That maybe we'll get one then, which would be cool. You know, and you know what? I bet that's right. You know why? Because of the revelation at the end of the last story mission, right? Was Ilea from the motion picture, and guess what drops on First Contact Day on Paramount Plus? The remastered director's edition of the motion picture.
Now that is some brand synergy I don't think we've seen before.
I mean, I
suspect it's entirely coincidental.
I don't think so because of how much they're, because I feel like all the departments of both the creative shows and the games, like I feel like they're all like really coming together and talking about their individual plots and how they can tie stuff together and everything, because I don't know. I think that there's going to be more of that moving forward. So,
well, now that is officially canon. They can claim to have that kind of pull.
So, is anybody in the chat not caught up on Picard? Because
if you are not caught up on Picard, say something now, or else.
Yeah, because there's something very specifically about the last episode I want to talk about.
Well, I'm sure we can talk around the major revelations.
I just want to talk about the cameo.
That was cool.
Specifically the cameo, because I feel like it's the greatest cameo in Star Trek history. Honestly.
Can we mention the cameo without it revealing anything?
I don't want to spoil it for anybody because it was really like I audibly laughed and was like so giddy like when it happened. I don't want to rob that from anyone else, but
oh, I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, there have been so many lovely little details in the background, and
oh yeah, the mention of the sanctuary district in this episode too, like I thought was pretty cool. And
the newspaper headline about Chris Brenner fighting unionization.
Yeah, nice.
That was my moment of like, haha, I caught that reference. I'm special.
You know what reference I didn't catch, and I'll mention this because I don't think it's a spoiler so much as something that would make people more excited about seeing the episode. But the and I didn't even catch it during the show, but when the person that Picard is talking to in the past says that Watcher is another name for supervisor.
Ah, yes.
So
I think we're thinking the same thing here.
Well, so I read an article about how it's about how Gary 7 in Assignment Earth is called a supervisor. And so, and the description that person in the past gave of the Watcher / supervisor is very similar to the description of Gary 7. You know, protecting, you know, humanity / an individual. Like, I was very like, oh wow, I didn't even catch that. That's crazy because I don't know if a lot of people know this, but the episode Assignment Earth was actually a backdoor spinoff, a backdoor pilot episode for a potential spinoff about Gary Seven. Like there was going to be a spinoff show that followed Gary Seven through all of his exploits there. So. All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining us on the TFO. That was a successful mission for the Empire. So now we have a great deal of news to cover this week. Not really, but that's what it says in the script. Selleck, what do you have to report on the 35% off bundle sale and the Muds Market sale?
So, from March 24th to March 28th, save 35% off on ship bundles and expansion bundles in the Zen store. Not only that, all the bundles that have previously appeared in Mud's Market will return and be on sale for 50% off. Normal Muds bundles will be 14,750 Zen from 29,500 Zen, and Mega bundles down to 30,000 Zen. Legendary Captain bundles are reduced from 12,000 to 7,800 Zen, and the expansion bundles are down from 15,000 to 9,750, and so much more. So yeah, exciting times if you want ships, and lots of them.
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you what, we had some technical difficulties before the show, but I was planning on buying one of these mirror ships for the show tonight, and I just ran out of time. So Panda, are you going to take advantage of these sales at all?
I need to find a bundle that I haven't already purchased. I'll just that confesses there is much more in that statement that's much more of a confession, I will admit, but I wouldn't think of myself as necessarily a whale, but let's say I have invested.
Nice.
Selleck, what about you?
If I was going to, though, if I was going to get one bundle out of Mud's Market, which would you recommend?
Out of Mud's Market? I mean, I personally got the whatever the wormhole bundle was, and I also got the temporal bundle because I just wanted the Quark class Marauder, and I wanted the temporal Vern class. Is that what it is? The Vern class. Yeah, the Vern class. And I guess I also got the Smuggler bundle, whatever one this one comes in. I forget now. It doesn't tell me what bundles I've bought. It just shows me the items that I have in it. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know which one I would get.
I just focus on Muds, right? I'm just, I'm asking about Muds because normally these things are almost $300 US. So it's like if you're going to get a Muds pack ever, this would be the time. Well,
sometimes they go to 80% though.
Okay.
And
if you don't want to wait until Black Friday, this would be the time.
True. I would probably get the Mud Secret Intel Choice Pack because I would love to have a Sona ship and the Section 31 ship. So that's the one I would go for myself. I don't know, if I could recommend it. What about you, Selleck? Are you going to be taking advantage of these sales, and or do you have a recommended bundle that you would tell people they should get with this sale?
It's tempting. I won't be making use of this sale because I picked up the anniversary bundle when that came out, and they have sort of softly announced that there'll be another legendary ship coming out pretty damn soon. So I'm holding on to my money for that.
Oh, any speculations as to what this legendary ship might be?
I'm hoping it's a Terran ship of some description, because I'm really enjoying the new Terran ships.
Which that's a great question. That's something I would love to ask you: is what Terran ship would you recommend? Because I was going to get one,
Ooh.
and it was either going to be the Lexington, the whatever the Galaxy one is. No, what is it?
The Cygnus.
Cygnus, or the Adamant. Those were the three. Those I was going to get one of the three.
So my first question is, do you have the 10th anniversary bundle?
I do. I do have the 10th anniversary bundle.
Then I would probably very much lean towards the Lexington, because the Lexington, a lot of people I think have very good things to say about it. I've flown it briefly. It's a lot of fun. It made me a little bit sad because it's so much better than the legendary Odyssey, but it doesn't come with all of the consoles of the legendary Odyssey. So having both is really nice. The Cygnus I've been flying a huge amount, and I quite like it. I personally don't love it because I quite like the normal galaxies. I don't have a bee in my bonnet about the fact that Galaxy class ships have a really low turn rate. That doesn't bother me. But yeah, if that does bother you, then the Cygnus is also a good shout.
I fly an Enterprise J. Turn rate is the least is last on my list of things I need to worry about.
Tony is used to measuring turn rates in calendar months.
That's not true. I have some tricks up my sleeve. Let's just say my emergency power to engines gets a lot of use.
Nice.
When I need to turn around. And Fox and Eagle made a great point that the T6 coupons work with the new Terran ships. And that is exactly how I was going to get mine, is I have a couple of T6 coupons lying around. And I was like, you know what? I should get a new mirror ship. Because currently the only, quote-unquote mirror ship the T6 mirror ship that I have is the Guardian. Is that what it is?
Oh,
the Guardian?
Nice. The old clunker.
The one that was up until recently was exclusive to the pack. Here it is, the Mirror Guardian Cruiser. And I do have the 10th anniversary bundle, which I think comes with Mirror Universe skins of most of those ships. Is that correct? I'm pretty sure the Discovery had the Mirror Universe version. The skin.
The Discovery did, because the Discovery ship included the Terran ship, but
yeah.
I don't think any of the other ships come with mirror skins.
Yeah. So I
tell a lie. The Sovereign did.
Oh, okay. So the Sovereign, yeah. So those two. So I was just I was looking for something that had more of a Terran flavor. I'm probably going to go with the Lexington because it's the Terran hero ship. So plus it's got a nice looking pod, if you know what I'm saying.
I didn't realize it was that kind of stream.
So Panda, why don't you tell us about Xbox and PS4 news?
Right. Well, the Priority One Empire has made arrangements for a 20% ship sale for our loyal console captains. This discount applies to ships, fleet modules, dry dock slots, and ship upgrade tokens. Now is the time to grab the ship you've always schemed of commanding, regardless of who's currently in that captain's seat. This includes bundles which are comprised only of ships. This does not include bundles that have items other than ships in them. Any attempts to purchase non-ship bundles with a discount will result in immediate agony boozing. While you're enjoying your spoils, Imperial engineers have also resolved the following issues on console. They resolved an issue that was causing the episode Redshift to crash at various points throughout the mission. They resolved an issue that was causing new characters to experience improper button mapping due to sort order of starting powers. It's not a sentence I thought I would ever read, but here we are. Note that this does not retroactively resolve captains that are in this state. Additional changes will still need to be implemented to correct that behavior. And finally, they resolved an issue that was causing the game to crash when equipping a personal shield. Which is unfortunate.
As Tarka would say, it's a feature, not a bug.
Well, those responsible for these issues have been subsequently fed to Governor Tony's third favorite Mugato. Let that be a warning to the rest.
That's right. Do we have any Xbox, PS4 players? Selleck, do you play on either of those platforms?
No, you're thinking of the other British guy.
Oh, right. Yeah, I'm thinking of Selleck, aren't I?
They're so easily confusable.
Oh no, I'm sorry, James.
Oh wait, Wow.
Maybe not. I'll let you guys figure that one out.
Oh, someone's getting assassinated.
So if there's anybody in the chat that's playing on PS4 or Xbox, chime in and let us know if you'll be taking advantage of this sale currently. So let's move on to PC patch notes for March 24th, 2022. So they resolved an issue that was causing the game to crash when equipping a personal shield. They resolved an issue that would sometimes prevent completion of the TFO Counterpoint. If there was more news tonight, we would have done Counterpoint to test that, but there wasn't, so we didn't. Resolved an issue that would sometimes incorrectly grant AFK status when completing the TFO Counterpoint. Sounds like fun. I know I saw on, it was either Reddit or one of the Stowe Facebook groups, people complaining about how one of the TFOs got stuck and they got an AFK. They were participating and got an AFK penalty, which sounds really annoying. Resolved an issue that prevented an alert letting you know when Terrak Nor is disabled during the TFO Counterpoint. And intelligence team may no longer be activated if you are under the effects of an ability which disables cloaking devices. I guess that's a good thing.
I think that's more of a now working as intended, not necessarily working as desired.
Gotcha. Well, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm looking at the number of times the word counterpoint shows up in the patch notes and thinking of all the bullets that I dodged, because that's the one that I've been running for this current event.
Oh, really? I've been doing
Yeah.
Iupiter Eratus.
Same. I wanted to try the counterpoint, but because I heard there were so many bugs, I was like, I'm not doing that for my daily, because if it goes wrong, it will frustrate the hell out of me.
Oh yeah. It also depends on my endeavors. If I find that my endeavors are more for ground or for space, I might throw in Redshift if I need to. But
have you tried Counterpoint, Tony? The slightly remastered version.
When did they remaster it? Because I believe
for this event.
Oh, for this event? No, I haven't played at this event. The last time I played it was around the anniversary. But
yeah, what do you think of the changes then, Panda?
I like that you can finally get it, get Terrak Nor down to 0 and it just stays there.
Yes.
On the other hand, now you really do have to pay attention to DS9, because I don't know about you, but how it's generally been for the last couple of ever has been, people will try defending DS9 for the first 2 minutes of the team swapping exercise, and then everyone realizes, oh, this place is damn near bulletproof, and then everyone just piles on to Terok Nor. We don't, no one bothers with the way teams are. They just like fly over and just keep hammering it until time runs out.
All right. Well, before we get to Armada news, let's do our first giveaway, shall we?
Sounds good.
So let's see.
I'll light it.
here. We'll press the magic button. And presto changeo. Where's my... Now I need my copy paste. Man, I'm really bad at copy pasting. Can I tell you that? Can I tell you that, guys? Oh my God! What have I done?
Several times over, in fact.
I've lost my mouse. There it is. Okay.
What?
I don't know what's going on. I have
Okay, this is now wildly escalating. I'm here for it, but not by choice.
I have 3 monitors, and I rearranged what monitor has what for the stream, and so I am slightly behind. Like, I look at one screen thinking I'm going to see something, and it turns out that it's not, in fact, there. So I have to go looking where it actually is. But anyway. All right. So the winner of our first giveaway, which was a Boys and Girls Club of America mini pack code, which, if memory serves me, or this spreadsheet serves me, is the Black Alert Tribble, and the charitable title is what this code will grant you. And so the winner of that is Nova VII7, watching on Twitch. So congrats. Oh, and I already messed up their name in the copy paste. Perfect. Obviously.
Nice work.
All right. Well, congratulations. If you can message the Twitch account with your email address, then we will get you that code. So congratulations.
Congratulations.
All right. So on to Armada news. This Monday, the Priority 1 Armada takes to the airwaves again with our new live broadcast titled Accolade Hunter, hosted by our very own James. This series will focus on finding all those pesky accolades that you might not know about scattered across the galaxy. To check the time of this event, open up the Fleet window and click on the Events tab to check your local time zone. So join us every Monday night as we go accolade hunting. I will say that the times in here are a little messed up. I assume it has something to do with the fact that the United States is on daylight savings time at the moment, and Europe is not yet until tomorrow. Is that correct?
Something like that. Daylight savings time gives me a headache.
Oh,
It's temporal mechanics. Temporal mechanics always gives you a headache.
I do want to give folks a specific warning. Since this is hosted from UTC 0, it probably will be at a different time to normal, because as we've said, we haven't currently changed daylight saving times over, and since James is actually hosting, it will still be at 11 p.m. GMT,
which I believe is 6 p.m. Eastern time, which this is an hour
Something
off.
Like
so
because it's usually 2 hours before the start of this show. It might be different on Monday because we're British.
We will move our clocks forward when we are ready.
Although I hear that there's a possibility that by November 2023 we may permanently stay on daylight savings time here in America, which I think is dumb. We should stay on standard time, but whatever. There's a reason why it's called standard time. But anyway. All right, so more Armada news. As always, this coming week is TFO Tuesday and Thursday, as you probably saw in the events tab that I had just had open. These events are for all Priority 1 Armada members and offer a chance for us to team up together and earn marks, XP, and more importantly, dilithium. To check the time of this event, open up the fleet window and click on the events tab to see the event in your local time zone. Again, I think these are an hour off because of... I think these are all an hour ahead. So this is Eastern time, but an hour ahead of what it should be on Eastern time, so... whatever. Hopefully you guys don't have as big of a headache as we do. Moving on to individual fleet news, the Priority 1 Romulan Republic fleet is working on its Tier 4 upgrade of the starbase and only needs approximately 150 non-civilian duty officers and 700,000 dilithium. So there's plenty of opportunities to earn fleet credits in the Romulan Republic fleet. The House of Grelka fleet is working on its Tier 5 Colony World upgrade. It needs 100,000 luxury, battery, and ore provisions each. Earn fame and fortune in the House of Grelka fleet. The Klingon High Council fleet is working on its final Tier 3 upgrade for the K-13 station and only needs approximately 2,000 fleet marks and 1 million dilithium. The High Council is also working on adding a bridge officer trainer to its colony world. It only needs about a few hundred fleet marks and a handful of science or medical duty officers. So if you have those to spare, there's plenty of fleet credits in it for you. The Romulan Tal Shiar fleet is working on its Tier 4 colony infrastructure upgrade. It needs about 500,000 dilithium, 50,000 colony ore provisions, and 6,000 fleet marks. We've also been working on upgrading its Spire Research Facility 3, and that only needs approximately 2,000 fleet marks, 500,000 dilithium, and 200 duty officers. The Tal Shiar is also working on an upgrade to the station for a Nausicaan personnel officer on the starbase and only needs a little over 100,000 dilithium for that. If you are interested in joining any of our specialist fleets like the Ferengi Alliance, the Klingon High Council, the Romulan Republic, or the Romulan Tal Shiar fleet, you can submit your application on the Priority 1 Armada website once you have reached the fleet rank of captain in any of our primary fleets. These specialist fleets offer 25% reduced requirements for all promotions, as well as instant access to all fleet stores. Priority 1 Armada wants you on Twitter. We'd love to boost our social media followers, so each month we're giving away 10 Lockbox Master Keys, 1 Tier 6 X token, and 1 Fleet Ship module. All you have to do is follow our Twitter account at P1 Armada and retweet our promotional tweets. And or comment on our promotional tweets to enter. So make sure you follow us and retweet and comment for more chances to win. Check out our Twitter account at Priority 1 Armada. Remember, this is your last chance to enter this month's giveaway, so be sure to head over to Twitter ASAP if you don't want to miss out. Winners will be announced on Tuesday, the 31st of March. Good luck, captains. Also, there's still time to pick up some of our Mirror Universe themed merch. All you have to do is head over to the link that I'm providing in chat. That's our Cafe Press store for the Priority 1 Armada. Also, every month every show we'd like to showcase one of our generous donors. And this week, we'd like to thank Captain Mark, Lightning Primo, for his generous donation. And donations go to things like website hosting fees, production software for the show, domain name fees, IFTTT services, restreaming software for the show, If you would like to support the Priority 1 Armada, you can make a donation on our website and receive a thank you package based on the amount you donate. Visit PriorityOneArmada.com to find out more. All right, so before we get started, let's go ahead and start our next giveaway. So this is for another Boys and Girls Club of America mini pack code. So for a chance to win that, type into the chat the word repress. You can sort of see the theme going on. Repress. Wahahaha.
The theme seems to be psychotherapy sessions.
Submission? Repress? I guess? All right, well, that's it for our roundtable. Let's go squash some Terran rebels in the Badlands. So everybody beam up, and let's head to the Badlands and see how many rounds of that we can get through. I unfortunately do not have a Mirror Universe themed ship. Wah, wah. Like I said, I was gonna.
Shame.
And you call yourself a proxy emperor.
And I call myself a Terran governor. I mean, to be fair, I was gonna have a brand new. I was gonna have a brand new Terran ship. But I did not. So
Still has that new ship smell?
yeah, I mean this has gotten this ship has that sort of old pizza smell from all the pizzas it's been cutting. Oh, see, I'm gonna make the joke before you guys do.
Hey, I like the ship. I wouldn't make that joke.
All right, so
I mean, I like it. I like the Universe class because I can buy the most hideous eyesore in the game and know that at least it's not a Universe class.
let's. Oh, is everybody here? Let's head to instance number 2 because there's 0 players there,
Compliance.
and then that way we can all be together, one big happy Armada family.
I'm trying, but you won't accept my team invite.
Oh, is that you?
Yeah, the dude that's been standing next to you for like the past 5 hours.
Why do you want to be in a team? Why do you want to be a team with me? I'm not that good of a teammate.
Masochist?
I like a challenge.
You like a challenge? Okay. All right. Oh wow, there's already 2 done in here. there were no All right, so let's hit this closest one and we'll just go clockwise around. Here we go. Let's get moving. Throw out some little minions. Oh, I overshot it. There we go.
Someone's speakers are coming through a little too loud and clear.
I will turn that down.
Greatly obliged.
Sorry, one of the technical difficulties I was having was getting my game sound through Streamlabs, and the reason is because I generally, by default, I have the game audio turned down in the game, so that when I'm playing, I can hear other things like people talking, or maybe I'm watching something on YouTube or listening to music or whatever. But so I had to turn it up, and I forgot to adjust my external speakers for that. which also happened. My external speakers happen to be a surround sound system, so that's probably why they're coming through a little bit. So.
And a hello to Ronnie Jackson Jr. joining us from YouTube.
Oh, nice.
What just happened? What?
It's a state. It's a state
What?
of organic life called death.
What was that? Like I looked at chat for 2 seconds and oh my gosh! Wait a minute. Quantum torpedo salvo. Quantum torpedo. Oh my god! I must have got hit with a massive spread of torpedoes that. Well, I guess that's what they're supposed to do, right? All right, where am I here? Oh, that was embarrassing.
I mean, you're not exactly a difficult target to spot and hit.
Yeah, that was weird.
All right. Well, moving clockwise.
Yep. Yeah, we'll go clockwise. You know why? It's because I turned my speakers down so I couldn't hear what was happening. I'll blame it on that.
You couldn't hear the screams of your officers saying, "Captain, do something."
I couldn't hear the screams of my crew going, "The torpedoes are coming!"
I mean, my crew is always screaming in agony. I don't know what's up with yours.
A happy crew is an effective crew.
Maybe in the Prime universe, but not here.
The agonizer boosting will continue until morale improves. Did anyone ever like straight up evaporate in an agony booth in the show, in any of the shows?
I don't think so.
Because I gotta say, that was pretty rugged when it happened in Redshift. Watching that like, damn, you
Savage.
hardcore cryptic.
Savage.
That's a rugged way to go.
But yeah, it has to be said, I love the Terran Anniversary bundle. It is very good. I'm enjoying all of the ships. Not so much the Adamant, admittedly, but the Space Barbie is good enough for me. I just prefer the Legendary Defiant.
Space Barbie was worth the cost of admission alone.
Mm.
I
And
mean, even if you
Engel
already,
Cruiser was a nice bonus.
yeah, even if you have the rest of it, the Terran Spec Ops uniform is just so
Yes.
sweet. It's just so sweet.
Yeah, I have several Terran uniforms. I like that wasn't enough. Like it just, I don't know. It just wasn't enough. Like I'll probably get one of the ships and then I'll call it good. Ronnie Jackson, you were correct. I should have popped my structural integrity. That would have kept my hull together. Oh my god, I think we outnumber the bad guys here. Why is this progress bar not flying along?
We cannot change the laws of physics.
Or the laws of cryptic?
The hell franchise are you part of? So like, what was the one? What's the ship you said? Like the one that wasn't totally grabbing you? The Adamant?
The Adamant, yeah, the Defiant.
Oh, really? Because that's the one that I think looks the coolest out of all of them.
It's a nice looking ship, and I think if you don't have the legendary Defiant, it's probably the next best Defiant ship to get.
Oh, I
I
see. Yeah.
just the loss of the pilot maneuvers, and and the loss
Oh,
of
that's
like two
true.
weapon slots. You do gain an inbuilt battle cloak, which was always one of my big criticisms of the Defiant, is that you need to use a console slot to get a cloak. You don't with this version, but it's a sort of you give up some things, you gain others. It's not generally a terrible trade. It's just I don't want to give up pilot maneuvers.
Yeah. All right. On to the next one.
It is also worth noting, I believe that it is now, aside from the 10th anniversary bundle, now the only way to get an account unlocked quad phaser.
Oh, that's a good point.
Because the quad phaser came on the tier 4 Defiant, which is not in the C store anymore.
My only gripe about this ship is that I can't zoom out further with the camera.
Wow. These new Yamato Dreadnoughts, the Terran Yamato Dreadnoughts, are gorgeous. 'Cause I think they were added this week or a few days ago. The Cygnus Dreadnought, so nice. That will be an interesting addition to the game, since we already have a legendary Terran Dreadnought. So how are they going to add those lovely skins?
You mean like how are they going to monetize adding those skins?
Yeah, because they've said that they're not just going to add them to the existing ship, which is a shame.
Maybe that's the legendary ship coming out.
They wouldn't have two legendary versions of the same ship, though. Surely that kind of
What?
defeats the purpose.
I mean,
If they can
don't they have-
monetize both of them.
don't they have two legendary Defiants?
No, because the new Terran ships are just normal sea store ships.
Oh, I guess that's true. That's true.
But they can't do that with the Terran. Well, I suppose they could do that with the Terran Dreadnought. It would just be another Terran non-legendary Dreadnought sea store ship.
Power slide in the J. Yeah.
Fast and the Furious Terran Drift. God, that was just a gruesome amount of damage we just put out. It was beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
reminds me of that brilliant comment I think Lita makes in one of the older temporal missions when you dispatch some enemies and Admiral Lita's like, aren't you supposed to be from the good universe?
I mean, technically, yes, but you haven't read my backstory.
I don't have a dedicated mirror universe character. I just take my main character and created a mirror universe costume as if because he
Same.
switched places.
Oh, I'm up to 5 dedicated mirror characters.
I think I'm gonna, after I finish working on the characters I currently have, I think I'm gonna do a Terran character, a Terran only character, like a dedicated Terran character. And now that faction doesn't matter for tier 6 ships, I'm thinking maybe I should do a Klingon Terran. Can they wear the costumes?
I think they can wear the Spec Ops costume because I believe that was specifically advertised as everyone can wear it. But obviously, most Terran outfits are Federation only.
Yeah, I should check on that. I should definitely check on that.
I mean, you could just create a Klingon on the Federation side, rather than creating a KDF to him.
Well, I was thinking of doing like for the red, like for the aesthetic, and then just having it be opposition to the Federation. So it wasn't specifically a Klingon species character. It was probably going to be like a joint trill or something, or an alien that looked human.
You need to pronounce the hashtag in front of the aesthetic, by the way.
What?
It's not the aesthetic, it's the hashtag aesthetic.
What? Why? Is that a thing?
I'll tell you later.
Okay. Update my old ass on current young people talk.
Wow. I feel like we all noticeably aged like 5 years thanks to that comment. You know, I was talking to James earlier today about some Priority 1 related things, and he happened to mention that, like, hey, we're big on TikTok, you know, like Star Trek's really in on TikTok, and I was like, wow, I am not young enough to TikTok. And neither are you, James, but you're the social media manager, so somebody should.
I mean, I like my wife is on TikTok all the time, and I just don't get it. I don't care. She's always showing me stuff, and I'm like, yeah, I guess that's funny, or yeah, I guess that's cool. Like, very rarely do I see something that is pretty cool. But I mean, James knows it's an algorithm, so he only sees stuff that he's interested in. So obviously it would be all about Star Trek because he's interested in Star Trek. Like,
Yeah, it was just, I'm surprised there's that much of a Star Trek presence. I wouldn't expect the Star Trek demographic heavily leans into the TikTok, but no, apparently
well,
it's huge.
my wife showed me this wonderful TikTok of Jonathan Frakes reacting to a video of this guy who did all the different levels of the Riker maneuver of, swinging your leg
yeah, I
over
saw
to a
that.
chair. So I mean, there's some good Trek content on the TikToks.
Trek talk.
But Trek talk. I think that's trademarked.
Trek content, then.
Trek. Sure. We'll go with that. Which one are we going to? We're going to this one.
I don't know, I'm just following the giant J here. Or I would be if you weren't so slow.
I am not slow, sir.
You're following, yes, because you got out and pushed.
Look at me sliding around, pointing my phasers. You know what? I'm going to put cannons on this thing next.
Yeah, you put grease under any bathtub, you can make it slide around.
I'll have you know that in a future show, in a very near show, we're gonna have Enterprise J Night, and all 3 hosts will be flying Enterprise J's, and it'll be an Enterprise J Love Fest. I'm not gonna tell you guys what week it's on because I know you won't tune in, but we're gonna do it anyway.
Nice.
Yeah, I was going to be scheduled to have a case of Klingon norovirus that night.
As everybody knows, once you start watching a stream, you can't stop.
No, you can't. You are legally prohibited.
By the way, Jaquito Seal, you are correct. I didn't think about that, about, Terran's only club. So it would be on a Fed tune. I'd have to do that. Make a Terran on a Fed tune. So, all right, last one, and we'll be in good position to start the space
Bases.
stations. Yeah, the bases. All your bases belong to us.
And we are returning them to sender.
Is that a thing? People still do that?
Yeah, mainly when you don't update your address.
Oh, there's the fight. Hang on. Give me a few minutes. I'll be over there.
I actually had to do that earlier today, where there was a huge, truck lorry thing outside trying to deliver some rather large loads to our house that was not for me.
That's good. I put in a patio last year and had to have all that stuff delivered. Oh. All right, so we'll go counterclockwise. We'll start with this one over here, and we'll go counterclockwise. So we'll go to the southeast corner and work our way counterclockwise, and then that'll put us. I'm not. I hadn't engaged full impulse yet. You know what?
You can tell that he hasn't engaged full impulse yet because the hamsters aren't screaming on their little wheels.
Before the night is over, I'm gonna throw on the pilot barrel roll ability, and you're gonna see some, as Doc Brown would say, you're gonna see some serious.
You will get to hear one of the hosts of Priority 1 Armada Live die from laughter on air.
All I'm gonna say is,
I'll make sure my margarita bucket is holding down my foot pedal so you can hear my mic.
you ain't seen nothing till you've seen an Enterprise J do a barrel roll. No, you know what? Maybe I'll save it for Enterprise J night.
Do it for that.
You should also slap the mycelial console on it as well.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah, Lorca maneuvering in something like that
Bring-
would be interesting.
Bring your ugly ship to work day. That's every day. PC Cubed. That's every day. It's a pilot ability.
Yeah, which means you need to have a pilot bridge officer seat, and if that thing has a pilot bridge officer seat,
Wait,
You
no,
don't. I
no,
think
no,
you
no.
just need
It's
some points in the pilot spec. To
it's
unlock it.
it's a it's a
oh, it's a
trait.
captain ability.
No, it's
Oh,
a
it's a trait.
trait. Or maybe it is a captain ability. It's either a trait or a captain ability.
It's neither. It's from the specialization. If you're talking rock and roll with the spinning thing,
Yeah. How do you?
it's from the pilot specialization. If you have enough points in it,
Oh, gotcha.
then you unlock it.
Oh, right. So it's a captain ability. Right?
Well, it's not something you get as a captain. It's something you
no,
only
no.
get.
But it's
Is it something that the captain does?
but the power comes from.
No, it's something that the admiral does.
It's but it's like it's your power. So like if it's not a ship power and it's not a bridge officer power. It's a captain.
Yes.
It's a captain initiated ability. Good. By the time I get over there, you guys will be done.
I mean, yeah, isn't that called delegation?
I always forget about my gravitic lance.
Oh, is that what we're calling it these days?
Family-friendly stream. So yes.
Oh, the
that
warp
is
burst.
what we're required to call it.
Alpha in the Priority 1 in-game chat is saying I should also use the warp burst console from the Stargazer. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to load up all those consoles on my Enterprise J and see how much ridiculousness we can have.
Oh, and the holographic decoy, make a duplicate of yourself.
Oh, you want to see my favorite thing to do? Watch this. Are you guys watching the stream?
No, but I can see you in game.
We are. Yeah, there's this thing called the game.
My ship is going to disappear.
Oh, thank
Wow.
God.
So, can you see what
We're
I am?
free.
Can you see what
Yes.
I turned on my Gekly Hollow thing? So what I love about this is that sometimes when when the Endeavor's PvP is I'll head into PvP as a Gekly, and then when I get into the middle of the fight, I'll go boop, and I'll go back to being a universe class.
Nice.
That is some properly earned right there. That I approve.
Doop. Just keep swimming, just keep swimming. And then, boom! Oh, that's so much fun.
I'm glad you're amusing yourself.
Why not?
At least he's amusing someone.
People in the chat are laughing. They think it's amusing.
Yes, but I think you're missing something about that interaction.
Oh Lord, a second one showed up.
Yes. Yes.
Blink and they breed.
It's scuttled in like a cockroach the size of Manhattan.
Actually, it's probably not a bad size analogy because I'm pretty sure the universe is. I think it's bigger than Manhattan, but.
And in your case, apparently it smells like Manhattan too.
Hey, there are areas of Manhattan that are very lovely. I used to live in Manhattan. I lived in Manhattan for a month and a half, I think. I was subletting a place while I was looking for a place. I ended up moving to Brooklyn, but I did live in Manhattan on the Lower East Side, down by 2nd Ave in Houston, and I did not enjoy it. I mean, it was great being close to everything, but in all honesty, the cockroaches, honestly, like real cockroaches, I couldn't take it. I couldn't handle it.
You just need to view them as free pets.
Let me tell you, we had a cat and a dog, and the cockroaches scared the crap out of them.
That's just going to say the cockroaches got them.
I mean, the cat wouldn't get off the bed if there was a cockroach somewhere, and it was just. Ugh. I have a thing about bugs too, and like basically anything that has more than 6 legs is a problem for me.
Fair enough.
Whoa, mad rubber banding right now.
Same.
Wow, let's go.
Having 2 universe classes in the same instance is overloading the server.
Oh yeah, so it's our fault.
Yeah. I mean, without question.
Oh, I passed it. Whoa, no.
Come on, Lita. We have an absolute massacre to get on with.
Does anybody remember what the record is that we've done on this show?
We keep saying we're going to set the record, and then no one ever remembers it.
It's like 300 and something, right?
Yeah, probably.
It's like 307 or something.
Oh my God, the cutscene hadn't finished, and the ISS Enterprise is already at 0.
I mean, yes, we do.
Y'all, that is hilarious.
Oh, is there a third Enterprise J? There is!
You people.
Yes. You know, I just realized 50% of the main hosts on Priority 1 have Enterprise J's. James and I each have an Enterprise J.
Well, there is no accounting for taste.
Wow, everything is just being like, I don't even see any enemy ships. They're being destroyed so fast. That's true. Procyon 5, that TFO is a ugh. We definitely do that on our pain stick night. when we do all of our least favorite TFOs. If any of you are not... well, Ronnie, if you have an Enterprise J, why are you not in the Badlands helping us right now? We could always use more Enterprise Js.
I don't think the universe could handle it.
Oh no, oh no. I don't want to do that.
Having problems there?
No, not really.
Some mild J mishandlement.
It's so big you have to take your personal transporter because there's no jaywalking.
Is there a button to kick people from the TeamSpeak server?
I checked earlier and I can't get rid of you now.
Oh, please, if there was, you would have got... If there was...
If there was, I would have been...
So
I mean,
long ago.
no, I'm sure I would have been gone a long time ago.
That's how Priority 1 Armada Live ends. It's just a massive heck fest one night.
Good
No
night.
one can get back in.
Good night, Nozkill. Thanks for stopping by.
Oh, hey, good night.
Just here Googling how to delete someone else's account.
5 J's into the breach, says Sphinx Stowe. Yeah,
Yes.
that would be. I think
I will tune in and stick it through my Klingon norovirus to watch that.
I'm pretty sure that's on the agenda for our Enterprise J night. So.
And you also need to do the Delta Flight mission.
We are also doing the Delta Flight mission, yes. Which reminds me, I need to practice.
I mean, it's a bit that
How
you
many?
can't-
Let's see. How many RCS consoles can I put on one ship? Turn
Not
rate.
enough,
Turn rate.
let
Turn
me
rate.
tell
Turn
you.
rate.
Put enough on, and your turn rate will be...
Yes.
This is Star Trek next Tuesday.
So actually, Hatsu, that's a very good. That's a very good idea. If anybody, oh my God, Gravity Kills for Enterprise J Night. We'll see. We'll see. PC Cubed. We might have to add that to the list. If anybody has an Enterprise J, be sure to be on our social media to find out when we're going to do our Enterprise J Night. I'm
See
sure.
yourself out of an airlock.
I'm sure. And just for that night, I'm gonna rename. I'm gonna rename my ship Winter's Nightmare. The USS Winter's Nightmare. Which, by the way, I just want to point out
It's an
that
empty minibar.
that years ago, when I auditioned to be on the Priority One podcast, I had to face Winters in a PvP match with this ship, and I was the only the only candidate that was auditioning that actually blew up his Defiant in the PvP. He blew me up once or twice, but I was the only one that actually blew him up at least once in this ship. I just want to point that out.
Like I asked, are you sure it isn't because you backed up into him?
I'm pretty sure I ran him over by accident. I was like, oh, what was that? And looking around. But then again, do you ever?
The scorched and splattered remains of Winter's Defiant on the front of my ship actually somehow makes it look better.
But let me ask you this: do you ever notice when you run over an ant in a car? I thought that was hysterical, by the way.
I can tell.
And no, he did not disconnect. Clara, he did not disconnect. It was this power right here that got him. Structural integrity collapse. It's a fun little dot. And I'll tell you what, if you ever have an open engineering ensign slot that you need to fill, that's the one. This one right here. Because it'll finish the job even if you explode. All right. Oh, did anybody see what we got? What was our total? Last time I looked, it was 272.
342, apparently.
342?
That tracks. I mean, yeah, I'm seeing multiple 342s in the chat, and like, I don't think any one Terran ship stuck around for more than 5 seconds.
5 seconds? I don't think anyone stuck around for more than 2 seconds.
Well, you know, there's the ones at the very far edge of the area.
I guess, but all right. Let's we'll head over to this little spot here, and we'll do one more run of that. So let's do our second giveaway. Let's announce our winner for the second giveaway. So this was for another Boys and Girls Club of America mini pack code. And the winner of that was Nightweb. So congratulations, Nightweb, who is I believe is a Twitch viewer. As a Twitch viewer, so congratulations. Go ahead and private message the Priority One Twitch account with your email address, and we will get you that code after the show. So
congratulations.
Again, congratulations.
As the Twitch crashes. Don't say that. Please don't say that. Please do not manifest that out into the world.
All right. So let's go ahead and we'll start our final giveaway. So this will be our last giveaway for the night. This is going to be for a Boys and Girls Club of America Mega Pack code.
Mega Pack.
Thank you. And let's see. And that includes a cross-faction Command Dreadnought Cruiser bundle, 1 gold tech upgrade, and 1 fleet module. So if you would like a chance to win that, please type into the chat the word conquer. Conquer. Because... Conquer. Like Congra. Like Congra Nebula. Conquer. Conquer. And again, that is for a Boys and Girls Club of America Mega Pack code. All right, let's do another round of Badlands before we call it a night.
Mm-hmm.
See if we can beat 342.
Engaging in violence. So, on returning back to the subject of Picard, when we do meet the Watcher, I'm not going to say who it apparently is, but I will say I'm kind of disappointed it was not Georgiou.
Oh, that would have been an interesting twist. I would have liked that. That would have been cool. I think she's going somewhere to be. Honestly, you know what I think? I think that Giorgio is going to, is going back to post. Is going to TOS time to restart Section 31 as the organization that we come to know in TNG era. I think is what is where she's going. That's my theory. Did you guys hear the rumors about, well, not rumors, but about how Akiva Goldsman has said that he pitched an anthology series to Paramount Plus or to the powers that be? Yeah, so he said in an interview that he pitched an anthology series, which I think is cool. And I think what they should do is they should do an anthology series that follows the temporal wars. And so they're jumping from, and it's and what the show is basically like an agent jumping to different time frames and like trying to stop other people from changing stuff, but they end up changing minor things, and all the minor things that they change are what we would consider to be canon inconsistencies.
So it's an entire anthology of retcons?
Well, no, it's an entire anthology explaining why there's canon inconsistencies.
I'd honestly be down for seeing Daniels again in a live-action show.
I'm doing my wife and I are currently doing a rewatch of Enterprise, and
that's not enough temporal Cold War for you now?
No, I don't want a temporal Cold War. I want the temporal war.
The hot war.
I want the hot war, and the reason why there's no time travel after 3100 or whatever.
People just got tired of trying to explain Janeway's logs.
And it was all a dream. There. Done. Give me 30 million, Kurtzman. I just solved your problems.
Oh my gosh. Whatever. I think it's a great idea. I don't care what you guys think. But I will say, I would love for there to be an anthology series. I would love to tell some of these Trek stories that we've heard about, or go back to eras that we haven't seen in a while, and whatnot.
I mean, I want an Enterprise C show.
I want a Stargazer show. I want everything. I want all the shows. But that's the thing, is like they can't do all the shows, but what they can do is they can do an anthology series that does like an hour, 20 minutes, whatever, of all those things, of each of those things.
It would be fairly expensive though if you're basically changing your entire show aesthetic every episode.
Not necessarily. I mean, like, there's a lot of budget for special effects and stuff, but the bridge sets are probably the cheapest ones to build. And because think of how many times they build a brand new bridge for a show, for any show, and even if it's in just like one episode,
Pretty rarely.
or
Yeah,
they built. I mean, think about it. They built. So just in terms of Discovery and Picard, which are obviously the newest shows, They built the Discovery Bridge. They built the Shenzhou Bridge.
No,
They
that's
built.
the same bridge.
No, it's not. They're two different
Yes,
bridges.
it is. It was a redress.
No, the Section 31 is a redress of the Shenzhou Bridge, but not the Discovery Bridge. Those are two completely different bridge sets. Because the Shenzhou is on the bottom of the saucer, so the way the window. Well, so what they did is they is in the for the Section 31 ship, they added a second layer to that bridge set because it was elevated. Yes, I would love an Enterprise J show. But they built, so there's the Discovery Bridge, there's the Shenzhou Bridge, there's the Enterprise Bridge, the 1701 bridge from season 2. And then there's the in season 4 you have the Starfleet Command Bridge, which I think is in season 3 also. And I'm sure there's at least one other bridge that they built just for Discovery. They built bridges, Bookship Bridge. They built a bridge for Bookship. And then for Picard, they built the La Sirena Bridge. They built the Stargazer Bridge. Like, that Stargazer Bridge is a full bridge set. And it was in one episode. Like, come on.
Well, yeah, but I doubt that's the only word. I doubt, we won't see it again.
Right, but like in every other iteration of Star Trek, there were two bridges. There was the Enterprise D bridge, and then there was the Battle Bridge. And any alien ship bridge was usually a redress of the Battle Bridge. Or any other bridge was usually a redress of the Battle Bridge. So, they're I don't know. They're building bridges is not that bad, and once they build one or two bridges, they could just redress. Actually, to be fair, they really only need to build a motion picture era bridge and a TNG era bridge, because they already have a TOS era bridge with the Enterprise, and they have a post TNG bridge with the Stargazer Bridge. Thank you.
And maybe an NX era bridge as well, because I'd want to go back to the 22nd century.
Oh, absolutely. But that's a small set. Like, that's easy peasy. And all it is TV screens. We're in instance number 2. Ronnie? We are in instance number 2. All right, let's get out of here. Ooh, we got to travel a distance to get to the next one.
GameSpeed on Twitch, you are correct.
Game Spree wins the joke of the night. I don't have a prize for you other than congratulations.
Our approbation, yeah. There's always just that little bit of a little thrill to come to a part of one of these Battlezone maps that has like one person on it who has not joined us for the stream, and then just like a dozen and a half random priority 1 folks to show up and obliterate everything.
Oh, this one's already done. We got to move on to the next one.
Huh.
The Stargazer Bridge is not a redress of the Discovery Bridge, by the way. Somebody said that in chat. That is not the case. There's a picture of Thomas from Cryptic actually sitting in the captain's chair of the Stargazer Bridge, and it's clearly not a redress of Discovery.
And aren't they in 2 different TRIS as well?
Yes. So the Discovery Bridge is located in Toronto, and the Stargazer Bridge is located in Los Angeles.
Yeah, I'm thinking of yeah, the Discovery Bridge it's huge with a hell of a lot of empty space. The Stargazer Bridge felt like you're working your console while you're up someone else's sleeve as they're trying to do theirs. That
It's
thing
not
felt cramped.
it's not that bad, but definitely the camera work makes it feel a little like that.
And have you been following the carpet discourse?
Oh, good lord! Just that phrase alone made me roll my eyes out of their sockets. Because I'm sure there is.
But
I'm
is there
sure
carpet?
there
I
is.
don't think there is. I don't think there's carpet. Actually, if just look at
Point,
the.
there's been a lot of discourse about whether there should be carpet on the
Oh my
Stargazer Bridge.
god. It's the 25th century, or it's almost the 25th century. It's probably a floor that at nighttime has carpet and in daytime doesn't.
It should be a Tuvix height.
Whoa! Holy cow! That's some strong words there, buddy. Oh, did Dave Bloss talk about carpet versus non-carpet? I gotta follow him on Twitter, dude. That guy's awesome.
Oh, yeah, definitely. There's some interesting behind the scenes stuff.
He's super cool. I'm really glad they hired him as the what is he? Art director? I think he's the art director. Because the first thing he did was he went and rehired all the art people from the previous shows. The Okudas, Rick Sternbach, like
Drexler?
Drexler. That's who I was thinking of. Drexler, not Sternbach. Sternbach does the ships.
I'm still thinking about the carpet because, like in the 31st century, you can have programmable matter carpets that are there, but then the cleaning crew comes through, the carpet retracts down into a perfectly flat floor, and they can just squeegee off whatever's unspeakable xenobiological substances.
Whatever grudge left the night before.
Programmable matter is just fancy kitty litter.
Oh no! Why would you say that?
It's plot spackle.
Plot spackle. I don't know. Like, it's an interesting choice because that's a budget concern. Like I don't know. It's I was surprised when they came up with it because
To me, it's on the same level as the personal transporter. It's like, damn, you has just solved so many problems you would try to create for dramatic tension later on.
Yeah.
You can throw an ion storm if you need to, and transporters are down, Captain.
How good do you think the safety measures on those personal transporters are? Because
oh, there's two hits every hour.
Ugh, God.
There's a Tuvix every hour.
You don't have a Miles O'Brien working the sliders to keep you safe. You just have you have your luck and the AI running that thing. That is all that is keeping you from
Why do you think there's so much
decohering.
programmable matter? Everyone's just a programmable matter clone because the originals have all been Tuvixed by this point.
Well, now we know what episode 5 of the anthology is going to be. God, that would be a swerve, not necessarily on the level of Far Beyond the Stars. Like there was that discussion. It's like, hey, maybe this is where we pivot Star Trek into actually just being a modern, contemporary show that talks about a science fiction show. This is almost that level of swerve. That,
Hmm.
oh, by the way, everyone you know has actually been dead for a while. This is just space Play-Doh copies of each other.
Tuvix or not Tuvix? That is the question.
Okay, how do you kick someone from TeamSpeak?
we haven't found the way yet. Speaking of Tuvix, we recently watched the the episode where what just happened? Did I hit something?
No, I think you rubber banded. What did
I like
what did
warped.
you do?
I like warped somewhere. That was weird.
I mean, I was joking when I said the system can't handle more than one universe class in a single instance. But
I mean,
maybe
we
that's-
have. Oh,
you
we
have-
just got another one, but I think somebody else left, so we're still at 3. Ronnie showed up with his.
But yeah, you were saying you just watched.
Oh, we just watched the one with
Babies?
Take
the
your time.
trip, the one with the trip clone. Similitude, is that the name of the episode?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I really like that episode. I think it's a really cool. Let's put Archer through some stuff episode.
You know what's funny is the more I rewatch the show, the less I like Archer. Like, he really was not a great captain. Like, in terms of a great Star Trek captain. Like, I don't know. He just makes
You are
some
so
really.
wrong.
The episode that I really hate is Cogenitor, because there's like no there's like the lesson of that show is like, don't talk about it or someone might die. Like, what? I just like don't try to do the right thing because somebody might die. And I was like, wait, that's not no, that's the wrong message. That's the wrong message.
Well, I mean, it's a bit of a stretch to argue Trip was doing the right thing. Like, I'll agree he had the right intentions, but what he was doing was very foolhardy. Deciding to mess with somebody else's culture as you are learning about it for the first time is a degree of arrogance that you should not really be exhibiting.
Sheer effing hubris, you might say.
Indeed.
Jeez.
It's one of my favorite Archer moments, actually, when he really rips into Trip and basically blames Trip for that.
Yeah, it's terrible ending. It's a terrible Star Trek episode.
It's a brilliant Star Trek
It is
episode.
not a good Star Trek episode. I do not like that episode. But I think that that's a worse thing than what Janeway did with Tuvix.
But Archer didn't really do anything. He just shouted at Trip.
Right, but like there's no like, I don't know. I felt like the right thing to do is to like explain to these people that like they can't have a servitude class of people in their culture. Like, that's not right.
And how are you going to back this up?
Because that's not right to think of any other like race or ethnicity as less than. Like, that's kind of the whole message of Star Trek.
Oh, yes, but like logically speaking, there's limits to what you can do when you're a single backwards starship.
But like, I think the problem is that there's no discussion about it. It's just automatically it's a bad thing, what
Well,
Trip
what's a
did.
bad thing is what Trip did, not what he, wanted to do, if that makes sense. That, to me, is the point of the episode. It's not, oh, trying to, you know, uh, do the right thing is bad. It's, you really should think about the long-term consequences and the fact that you are not going to be able to follow through on anything you do here.
Right, but like
As
that's
Archer says, like, there's no way he could grant asylum. It would be foolish to assume that they would be able to take care of one of these people, let alone try to, at this current juncture, change an entire culture of technologically advanced species.
right, but like Star Trek episodes are supposed to be conversations about stuff. Like they're meant to
Mm.
be like, okay, here's a situation. How do we apply this to our own reality? And I feel like that was not done in that episode, and it, if anything, the message it's sending is the wrong message. Like,
I get you. I disagree. I feel like the message is more nuanced than what you're describing, but I totally understand that as a reading of the episode.
I feel like, because I feel like if it was a TNG episode, there would be a
Different resolution. Yeah.
well, there would have been it, like Picard may have even reprimanded.
We've gotten lawyer Picard somewhere.
Like there, like Picard may have even reprimanded the crew member, but he would have like had a conversation about maybe what the right choice should have been, or
I think Archer made it pretty clear why Trip doing what he did was a very bad idea.
It was the early days of the Federation, and conference rooms hadn't been invented yet.
I guess it's just it was a very
It's a very divisive episode, and yeah, people tend to fall into these two categories of either really liking it or really hating it.
yeah, it was.
It's also an inversion of the quite and potentially somewhat tired conversation around the Prime Directive. Is that here it's we're not supposed to interfere with the development of another species. Like, well, or no matter how backwards or against our own values they are, it's like, well, they're pretty against our own values. Oh, but we are definitely like not the ones who are who are more developed here.
But the thing is like the Prime Directive is not meant to be something that you're supposed to follow in real life. The Prime Directive is what the captains are told they have to abide by. But the point of it is that the captains then make a decision when it needs to be made to break it. And the point of that is that we as individuals need to understand when it's the right time to do something and when it isn't. And because Kirk, that's the thing, is Kirk broke the Prime Directive almost in every episode. Like, I dare you to find me an episode where he says, "Oh no, we can't do that because of the Prime Directive." Like I feel like the whole, like, the point of the Prime Directive isn't that that's a model for how we should live our lives. It's an allegory for how we should think for ourselves. And the way that it's so using that as an argument is in my opinion a poor way of saying, like, oh well, because of the Prime Directive. And it's like, right, but that's not the point.
I was speaking more from the perspective of a television show telling a narrative rather than a actual discussion of like the moral application.
Right, that's why I'm saying it's not a good Star Trek episode. Because there is no application, there is no conversation. It's just bad trip, like, in more ways than one.
Well, I mean, it you do have conversations throughout the episode about his actions, because doesn't he tell to Paul.
Right, but that's the thing is like it's not even it's like the end of the episode when Archer just like rails him about it and doesn't have any kind of like there's no like like Trip, I get it, like I want to do the same thing, or I would have.
He literally says that though.
He doesn't say that.
He says, in other circumstances, yes, because I think Trip brings up other times when Archer's interfered, and then Archer's like, yes, but this is a different situation.
Right, because I don't know. I don't know. I very much dislike the episode after rewatching it. That's all I can say now, I guess.
As I think I said earlier, I like it as an inversion of the classic "you shouldn't interfere" Prime Directive, and this time it being sort of about not like you shouldn't interfere when you don't know enough about the culture. You've just met this species. You probably shouldn't be making moral judgments about how they, acquit themselves just yet, because clearly this particular issue has a lot of nuance to it.
I mean, I guess I would agree, except for the TNG episode, when Riker meets the genderless species and that whole thing. I mean, it's almost an identical situation, and that episode is handled very differently than the Enterprise episode.
Yes, because the core difference is that in that episode, that species could fully think for themselves. Like Riker helped them. Riker maybe interfered, but he was not essentially giving people new knowledge. He was just saying, "Look, you know, maybe you should reconsider," sort of thing. Whereas what Trip was doing in this episode was, even if you think what he was doing or his intentions were justified, his actions were dangerous and certainly not well thought out. Like, everyone around him told him it was a bad idea. That alone is sort of, deciding that you are, like, not just humanity as a species is the moral authority, but you personally know better than everyone you've talked to, like Phlox and Pol, about whether this is something you should be doing.
All right. Well, we beat our record. We got 372 at the end of this run, which is fantastic.
Nice.
So let's announce our winner of our Boys and Girls Club of America Mega Pack code, and then we will close out the show. So let's see here. We are going to push the magic button. Whee. And our winner is... Oh. God, this thing is so fickle. All right. Copy and paste. I think I need to go to a new copy and paste class. Is that a thing I can go to?
I mean, yeah, but it's just the same thing over and over and over.
Oh.
All right. So, all right. So we have a winner, and the winner of the Boys and Girls Club of America Mega Pack code is Vindial. So congratulations. That is another Twitch user. So go ahead and private message the Priority One account here, and we will send out that code with your email address. Send us your email address, and we will send out that code after the show. So congratulations again to all of our winners tonight. And thus concludes episode 211 of the Priority 1 Empire live stream. But before we go, here's a glimpse at next week's show. Winters will ascend to the Imperial throne with Zianto and Selleck. As with every show, we will be talking about the latest news from Star Trek Online and the Priority 1 Empire. Before you go forth to another adventure zone for dilithium marks and unmitigated violence in our name. That's you, Selleck.
You may request an audience with one of our leaders by joining the Priority 1 chat channel in-game. Simply type /channel_join Priority 1 into the in-game chat box and hit the Enter key.
If bloodshed, conquest, and utter subjugation of the galaxy sounds like your cup of Earl Grey, then swear fealty to the Priority 1 Empire today at PriorityOneArmada.com. We have Terran and subjugated fleets on all platforms. Remember, you're either with us or beneath us.
This episode of Priority 1 Empire Live is brought to you by our loyal Patreons through patreon.com. Find out about the thank you packages we offer for each tier and add your support at patreon.com/Priority 1 Armada. It's your support that makes our galactic conquest inevitable.
And speaking of Patreon, a special thanks to our Patreon supporters like Wily Coyote, Prince 1983, Teacher Guy, Amerigen, Tizan, Asar, 4, Seal, Riker Carlson, Cable, Karabach, B-Film Fan, Zarian, Ross Lemon, Claudia, Gojinx, Darth Riz, Miller, Shigura, Eric Ullen, and our new Patreon, Kat.
The Emperor demands your presence for every episode of Priority 1 Empire Live, and you don't want to disappoint them. Follow our various channels on Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. You'll never know when we'll have another execution. Just kidding, we're always having executions.
Before we go, I'd like to say thanks to our artist, Jason Smith. Thanks to Sean Babbitt for advertising our show in game. I would also like to say a very special thank you to my co-hosts, Selleck and Panda, for joining me. You will live to see another week.
Excellent.
And finally, of course, a big thanks to you, the viewers, because without you, none of this would be possible. So until next week, strike first, strike hard, and leave no survivors. Long live the Empire.
Long live the Empire.
Yeah, it's cool, I guess.
Yeah, no, right?
Good night, everyone.